Welcome back to Metal Heroes Review, episode number 25. Wow, 25. Did I ever thought I'd get this number? Yes, I did. Yes. And not surprising, it takes until the second series to reach this number. I'd be surprised if somehow the third one reached episode 50. Who knows? This one's discussing episodes 41 to 43. Yep. 42 I'm talking about first, because this episode is noteworthy for being the last official appearance of Helen. She did also appear in 41 as well. And we watched the episode. It seems like basically they're planning to do something more, but by the end, it was so obvious they're going to kill her off. Now, there could be many reasons why they kill her off. Maybe the actress basically was only set to do these about 6 episodes. She technically skipped one. She's credited being in episodes 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. She's credited for 7 episodes, but she only physically appears in 6. It could be because maybe she didn't want to do the full-time contract, that or they plan to kill her off anyway, so that she was a short-term character. Yes, there's not much else to say about that one. It's a good episode, and it seems like the big goal of this one was to kill off Helen. Yep, that was the big, huge plan with episode 42. Kill her off. Yeah, just because, well, maybe she wasn't needed. I don't know. 43 is basically a supernatural-based episode. Oh, I do remember, kind of, in a way, episode 41. Where this one involves, get this, that they want to build a base in Tokyo again, just like they did early on in the series, and it failed because Takuru, the recurring character who's popular since the first episode of the previous series, he found out about the spaceships, and they basically did build a skyscraper in the middle of town. But he apparently found out about it in Solar Pictures. This time, they actually underground this time, which is different. And in order to make sure to keep a secret, they basically kidnapped the head of the subway commission, who I recognize the actor. I think this is the actor who played him played Monster from, I believe it was Bioman. I think it was just before Bioman, but basically the same actor. So, Tucker basically, the whole thing of this one is like, oh yeah, the 2 younger kids basically are going to... Yeah, so they do a socialized project, and Kadru just happened to come on the subway at that point, so he just basically tags along with him as basically a adult supervision, and basically they get lost in the subway. Now you might be curious though, have I been in the subway before? Yes, I have. Have I gotten lost? No, not really, because I have a pretty good idea where I was going anyways. I basically followed the signs, and I've basically been on New York subway, so I think the reason I got lost because the Tokyo subway system is probably bigger than the one in New York, possibly. So, and by the way, they found out about the villain's plan just by pure accident. They ended up in a tunnel, and they basically found out about the base, basically. So, then of course, basically, you have Dan rescuing one thing also about this one is that Ryder gets involved with this episode and the following one too. Helen plays a very small role in 41. Yeah. So the whole thing is like they kind of found where the base is, but they had to basically event from the whole thing at the start of it was basically have Grant Burke being delayed, and Ryder actually succeeded what he was supposed to do. Delay, like drive him off. Not destroy Grant Burke. He was not ordered to destroy, just basically just keep it away. And he did. They would build a base, no problem. The base is destroyed by the end of the episode with the return of the Magru Digger. First time since the early episodes this thing has been seen. Yeah, this thing was kept inside the tank the whole entire series, and they never used it. Like, it was used like around the first 10 episodes. Then they stopped using it. I think they forgot the fact this thing existed. And I guess they realized, though, it's in the ground. Why don't we use this thing again? Yeah, it was kind of similar with the previous series as well when they had Digger, where it was used very early on, then they stopped it. Then they brought it back for the later episodes. It's same thing here. So, so Dan rescues the subway boss, and well, they actually have Lily destroy the base, which is interesting. And also know in effect the ectoplasm surrounding the Grand Berth, which was deflecting the spaceships. Yeah, apparently the way to do it is by making these special goggles and activating these special Type 2 phasers. And here's the thing, I don't think Ryder was planning for this because I don't think he knew about I think he was surprised with the upgraded weapons. So I think that's part of the reason why he wasn't suspended again. Geyer is still here, but he's a chair now. He used to hold up a throne. That's basically his job now because basically he tried to kill Dr. Plotter. In the case of 43, it's like Writers, this one has basically hold the plan, this one too, where his whole thing is that he wants to use spirits from the underworld to basically, because they have grudges. So, and basically he decides to use this deceased mother to wreak havoc on, well, people. It's a very interesting episode. It's a good supernatural episode. I'd say it's probably one of the well-written supernatural episodes. Not stupidly written. It's very competent. I think it's interesting, though, that we have a bunch of kids and one adult get affected by this particular... they say it's like dehydration, but it turns out it's affected by a ghost. And the way that this ghost stops is basically having the ghost's daughter basically show up and tell her. And, of course, they found out... The thing is, the woman was actually arrested for allegedly killing these 5 family members due to a large life insurance policy. And she was basically sentenced to be scheduled to death, but she died of illness. And it turns out that actually the claim was false. She actually had nothing to do with her deaths at all. And she was eventually cleared after she died. And the daughter always believed her brother was innocent. Basically, that kind of basically freed her. And eventually the monsters showed up at the end of the episode. But I'd say these 3 episodes are all really good. I think they're all really interesting. Now, like I mentioned, we have exactly 8 more episodes left to go for the entire series for Spaceship Sharivan. Yep, and then it'll be just 2 down and about 13 left. Because I'm not going through the last 2, because those 2 have nothing to do with Metal Heroes at all, because they're kids' shows. I don't have any interest to watch them. Okay, so that's episode review. Next up is going to be Trigon Stampede. Yep, Trigon Stampede. Okay, next video. Bye.